how can people in this situation recover? And more importantly, how do you prevent this from happening again? Former Fema Administrator James Lee Witt joining us right now. Good to see you.
Thank you.
Homeland Security Advisor Tom Bossert says the National Flood Insurance Program, this is how many people get their flood insurance, because it's tough to get it through the private market. It has over $8.5 billion left in its coffers, and we will get through these claims. Are you confident?
They'll have to increase the line of credit for the flood insurance program, but that will be there, and they'll get through this.
But James, they're already, what, $23 billion in the hole after Sandy, after Katrina?
$25 billion, I believe.
So even worse. So you're still confident that we have the money to handle all of these claims? Because what I've heard from people who have put claims in the past is that they're getting just a measly amount of what they think that they should get, what their home is worth. Going forward, the federal program doesn't take into account paying people for lost business activity.
Yes, well, there's lost business activity through SBA that they can go to and file for. Not necessarily through the flood insurance, but the SBA handles that. But I think every one of these people will be paid for what they are supposed to get. I have no doubt about it.
Do you think this storm is making people reconsider and builders reconsider where they're going to rebuild these structures that were lost or flooded?
I think, you know, the many flood disasters that I have seen and been through, if you remember the '93 flood on the Mississippi River, we had 9 states affected. And we put in a program with the states and local government called a volunteer buyout program. And Missouri alone, we bought out over 4,500 homes, turned that space into open green space and put deed restrictions on it. It could be parks and jogging trails and soccer fields. And then in '95, that same area flooded again, and there was not $1 of taxpayers' dollars spent on that flood. We did a cost-benefit analysis on that buyout relocation program, and every dollar spent saved $5 in future losses, but it saved lives as well. So this is something that these communities are going to have to be thinking about. What is the best solution going forward, where we build and how we build? It may be they build more retention ponds on the bayous that run through there.
Right. But
there's got to be a solution to come up with to keep people from going through this again.
Yeah, and in a city like Houston, James, you got a lot of concrete, right? And that doesn't absorb the water. James Lee Witt, thank you.
Exactly.